In January of 1962, Floyd Patterson was invited to the White House to talk to President Kennedy.
You are in a private screening room in mid-Manhattan, where two world's champions, Floyd Patterson, world's heavyweight boxing champion, and his friend Jim Jacobs, world's handball champion and boxing history expert, are watching the story of Floyd Patterson's fight career.
Floyd, did you really tell the president who you were going to fight?
Yes, I did.
Well, then, President Kennedy was the first man to find out that you were going to fight Sonny Liston.
Yes, he was.
Well, that's quite a jump to come from a Brooklyn slum to shake the hand of the President of the United States. So many kids who've come out of the slums have gone on to become fighters. Is that why you became a fighter?
Well, I was fortunate. I did come from the Bedford-Stuyvesant section of Brooklyn. My two older brothers were fighters before I was, and I guess it was because of them that I became a fighter. I became interested in it. I used to carry their bags back and forth to and from the gymnasium and to the different amateur fights. And it was at that time that I began training myself, and my trainer then thought that I was good enough to go into the Golden Gloves, so I enlisted in the Golden Gloves in 1950.
This is one of your very early Golden Glove fights in 1951 with John Gibson.
Yes, I remember this one. In fact, I lunged into the air, as you see, and I kept lunging, and he ducked as I did so, and I rolled over and stood on my head. I didn't know that I was standing on my head until I seen the papers the next day. They took a picture of me standing directly on my head. That's not the only thing I remember in this one. This was for the 1951 Golden Glove Championship.
There you are in the black trunks on the right.
Yes, I believe this fight was at Madison Square Garden.
Wow. What a punch. When you hit a man like that, do you ever wonder, think, is he going to get up, or do you know sometimes?
No, you never know, actually. Of course, I have hit guys like that, and they have been very badly hurt, but did get up, and other times they didn't. Of course, you never really know.
Now, here against Harold Carter, and you're on the right. What was this for?
This was for the Eastern Golden Glove Light Heavyweight Championship. This fight was in 1952.
I see.
I think this was also at the Garden.
Just a young boy then. How old were you, do you remember?
In 1952, I was 17.
Harold Carter went on to become the 5th ranking heavyweight in the professional division.
Yes, I know. In fact, I trained with them up in camp, I think, in 1954. The funny part about it was, in training, I hit him with the same type of a punch that I did here, as you'll see, and the same results.
The referee wouldn't let it continue. There you are in the black trunks.
We were fighting for the Intercity Golden Glove Light Heavyweight Championship. In 1951, I had lost the Middleweight Championship against Chicago. I was so determined in 52 in this particular fight here, not to lose, because I had lost the first year, was 51, and I definitely didn't want to lose again. But Eddie Jones proved to be one of my toughest amateur fights. He stayed on top of me all the time, and was consistently throwing punches. In fact, this is the way the fight went the whole 3 rounds. Of course, fortunately, in the last round, I was able to knock him down, and I think that's what won me the fight.
And here you declared the winner.
Because of my performances in 1952, I was chosen to represent my country in the Olympics in Helsinki, Finland. And I won, of course, 4 other boys won. There were 5 of us all together. And I would say getting off the plane at Idlewild Airport back in the United States, that was the proudest moment of my life at that point. There were reporters, and many of them asked me, did I fight a Russian? But I didn't fight a Russian. I fought a Romanian. I believe his name was Vasile Tita.
This is that final fight which you had in Helsinki in the Olympic Games.
Yes, I had had 3 fights at this point, and my opponent also had 3. And this was the finals. The first one I had won by decision, and the next 2 were knockouts, and also this one. When the referee reached 10, I knew that I was the amateur champion of the world and I had won the Olympics. I felt very proud. This is when we received the medal. I was told to bow to the crowd. I think that's how they do it in foreign countries.